Wow, building on time? I've been wanting to try to build something for speed for a long time. Let's learn how to build a futuristic house.
Round 1.
Today I am building a futuristic house, and I think this is going to be a really interesting challenge because futuristic architecture is all about clean shapes and unusual material combinations. I am using acacia planks as my main building material, which might seem like a strange choice for a futuristic house, but acacia has this unique orange tone that looks really modern and warm. Almost all of my walls and floors are made from acacia planks because keeping one dominant material creates that minimalist futuristic feel. For some of the walls, I am switching to light gray concrete and white concrete, which adds variety without breaking the clean modern aesthetic. On the first floor, I am installing yellow glass panes in the windows. On the second floor, I am using white glass panes instead of yellow. Having different glass colors on different floors creates visual variety when you look at the house from outside, and it suggests that each floor has a different purpose. Also on the second floor, I am installing glass partitions that lead out to a balcony area. Glass partitions are perfect for balcony railings because they provide safety without blocking the view. In futuristic architecture, glass is used extensively because it represents transparency, openness, and advanced engineering. Phew! I barely made it on time! Great! My futuristic house is ready!
What? Hello?
Hey, Banana Kid, look! I built it in just 1 minute. Do you like?
Yay!
Really? I am very glad that you like my makeshift construction. Maybe then you'll try to build a futuristic house yourself in just 10 minutes?
Ta-da!
They ran to the place. This is where your building will be. Are you ready?
Yay!
Then go ahead.
Round 2.
Banana Kid is starting his futuristic house now, and I can already tell he has a much more ambitious plan than what I built. He is using white concrete as his primary material, including regular blocks, slabs, and stairs. White is the quintessential futuristic color because it represents cleanliness, purity, and advanced civilization. Using slabs and stairs alongside regular blocks allows him to create smoother surfaces and more detailed edges that simple cubes cannot achieve. He is building the first floor right side and top first, establishing the overall volume of the space. In front and behind this room, he is filling in the walls with light blue glass, which creates enormous transparent surfaces. Light blue glass gives the interior a cool, high-tech feeling like you are inside some kind of advanced research facility or luxury space home. On the left side of this first floor room, Banana Kid is building a wall from gray concrete, which provides a solid anchor point in contrast to all the transparent glass on other sides. Gray concrete has that industrial modern look that works perfectly for futuristic builds. He is also extending the ceiling of this first floor room further to the left because this extended platform will become the floor for another section of his house. This is clever architectural planning because using one structural element to serve two purposes is both efficient and visually interesting. The overhang created by this extended ceiling adds drama to the design and creates covered space underneath. Banana Kid has only 7 minutes left. He needs to hurry up. Now Banana Kid is building the second floor. And this This is where his design gets really creative. He is constructing it with the same basic shape as the first floor, but rotated to face a different direction. Mirror and rotation of forms is a common technique in modern and futuristic architecture because it creates dynamic relationships between building sections. When you take the same shape and flip it, the building looks both unified and complex at the same time. This rotation means the second floor extends in a different direction than the first, creating an asymmetrical silhouette that looks exciting and unconventional. On the right side of the second floor, he is using polished andesite for the wall, which introduces a completely new material with a slightly speckled gray texture. Half the time, is he sure he'll make it? Polished andesite has a smooth, refined appearance that fits well with futuristic design. It is different enough from the gray concrete to add visual interest, but similar enough in color to maintain the overall palette. Mixing stone types is a great way to add subtle complexity to builds without introducing clashing colors. The polished surface catches light differently than matte concrete, creating small variations in brightness across the facade. Banana Kid is now finishing the right side upper platform and building a support column underneath it from gray concrete. Support columns are necessary when platforms extend beyond the structure below because even in a game, visual physics matter. If a large platform appears to float without any support, it looks wrong and unbelievable. The gray concrete pillar connects the cantilevered platform to the ground and makes the whole structure look engineered and intentional. Real architects use support columns all the time for cantilever designs, and the column itself can become a beautiful design element. Three minutes to go. Banana Kid, hurry up! On top of everything, he is adding a third floor, and this one is quite different from the floors below. It has a more square footprint, which contrasts with the elongated shapes of the first and second floors. Variety in floor shapes as you go up creates visual interest and makes the building look more dynamic than if every floor was identical. On the front right and back walls of this top floor, he is installing large panoramic windows using light blue glass panes. These huge windows wrap around most of the room, providing spectacular views in nearly every direction. On the left side, he is adding a smaller window section using light blue glass blocks. Panoramic windows are signature features of futuristic design because they represent the idea that future homes will prioritize views and connection to the outside world. Banana Kid is now finishing up several important details across the entire building. On the second floor, he is completing the wall using polished andesite to close up any remaining gaps. On the third floor, he is placing white carpets on the left side, which add a soft, comfortable element to the hard concrete and glass surfaces. Carpet in futuristic designs works well because it provides contrast between high-tech materials and cozy, livable elements. On the first floor, he is building the entrance using birch planks and installing a door. Birch planks have a very pale, almost white color that blends with the white concrete, but adds a warmer, natural element at the entrance point. There are only a few minutes left. Banana seems to be finishing up already. Underneath the second floor, Banana Kid is constructing 2 vertical support beams using stone brick stairs. These beams are structural elements that appear to hold up the cantilevered second floor, creating a sense of engineering and design logic. Stone brick stairs have a refined texture that looks more polished than raw stone, and the stepped shape of stairs placed vertically creates interesting visual patterns on the columns.
Ta-da! Yay!
Where did everyone run off to? Hey guys, what's all that noise?
Banana Kid and I are building a futuristic house for a while, JJ. Who did it better?
Oh, both of your buildings look great, but I think it's up to the audience to decide who did the best.
Yes, JJ, you're right. Maybe then you have comments on the construction of Banana Kid?
Yes, there are a couple of comments. It seems to me that your building lacks something else futuristic. It rather looks like a very luxurious house.
I totally agree with you, JJ. Maybe then you can build your own futuristic house in 15 minutes?
Okay, then let's run to the place.
JJ, good luck to you. We'll wait in the house.
But?
Thanks, guys. Then I'm starting. Round 3. I am going to build a futuristic house today that pushes the boundaries of what is possible in architectural design. My vision is to create a structure that looks like nothing you have ever seen before, with curved walls and transparent surfaces that blur the line between inside and outside. I am starting with the first floor using quartz blocks as my primary material. Quartz is the perfect futuristic building block because it has that brilliant white surface with subtle veining that suggests advanced manufacturing and refined luxury. The shape I am creating for this room is quite unusual because the right and left sides curve outward in semicircles, while the top and bottom are connected by straight horizontal lines. This semicircular shape is inspired by capsule architecture, which is a real design movement that imagines buildings as self-contained living pods. Capsule shapes are aerodynamic and efficient, which is why they appear frequently in spacecraft and futuristic concept designs. The curved walls require careful block placement because creating smooth arcs with square blocks is one of the hardest things to do in this game. Each block needs to be stepped slightly to suggest the curve, and the larger the circle, the smoother it will appear. I am taking my time to get this shape right because it defines the entire character of my build. On the front and back of this first floor capsule, I am installing glass panes to create fully transparent walls. Glass walls are essential in futuristic architecture because they represent the idea that future buildings will maximize natural light and visual connection to the environment. I still have a lot of time left. I definitely have to do everything in time. I am using commands to place the glass quickly and efficiently because manually installing each pane would take far too long for such a large surface area. Commands are powerful tools that let builders work at a speed that matches their creative vision rather than being limited by manual labor. Now, I am building the second floor, and it uses exactly the same shape and materials as the first floor. The semicircular quartz walls and flat top and bottom create an identical capsule form. I am using commands again to fill in the glass sections on the front and back walls, because the glass areas are the same size as below. However, there is one crucial difference with this second floor. I am rotating it so the capsule faces forward instead of sideways. This rotation creates a dynamic relationship between the two floors where each one extends in a different direction. To build this second floor more efficiently, I am using a copy command to duplicate the first floor structure and paste it above. Commands like these are incredibly useful for creating repetitive architectural elements because they guarantee perfect consistency. When you build something by hand twice, there will always be tiny differences, but copying ensures both floors are mathematically identical. After pasting, I simply rotate the copied structure to face the correct direction. This technique saves enormous amounts of time and ensures structural precision that would be nearly impossible to achieve manually. Between the first and third floors on the left side, I am connecting them with two chains. Chains are thin metallic elements that suggest tension connections in structural engineering. In real architecture, tension cables and chains are used in suspended structures where elements hang from above rather than being supported from below. This creates a dramatic visual effect where parts of the building appear to float or hang in space. The chains add an industrial futuristic detail that makes the structure look more engineered and less like a simple stack of blocks. Inside the first floor, I am creating the entrance passage so residents can actually get into the building. I am also laying a floor of dirt blocks across the entire first floor, which might seem strange in a futuristic house, but I have plans for this soil. The contrast between high-tech quartz walls and natural earth floor creates an interesting juxtaposition that suggests this futuristic home values connection to nature. I've got half the time left. I'm kind of in time. I am making a passage that connects to the second floor and installing a quartz pillar that rises through both levels. This central column serves as the core around which I will build the vertical circulation system. Around this central quartz pillar, I am carefully placing quartz stairs to create a spiral staircase that winds upward through the building. Each stair needs to be positioned precisely to create a smooth, continuous spiral that is comfortable to walk up. I am also cutting a passage through to the third floor and extending the pillar all the way up. The staircase continues spiraling around this column, connecting all 3 levels of the house in one elegant vertical element. Spiral staircases in futuristic buildings represent efficiency and mathematical beauty. Because the spiral is one of nature's most fundamental geometric forms. Oh no, time flies so fast, I didn't even notice. On the first floor, I am now revealing why I placed that dirt floor earlier. I am digging holes in the soil and filling them with water. Then covering the water channels with oak trapdoors to keep everything neat and organized. I am using a hoe to till the remaining dirt into farmland and planting wheat and carrots in the prepared beds. This creates an indoor hydroponic style farm inside the futuristic house. Growing food inside your home is considered a very futuristic concept because it combines living space with food production in a sustainable, self-sufficient way. Real architects and urban planners are already designing buildings with integrated farming systems for future cities. I am also decorating the first floor walls with paintings to add color and personality to the farming level. Even functional spaces deserve aesthetic attention because beautiful surroundings improve quality of life. On the second floor, I am setting up the bedroom and personal workspace. I am placing a bed with a nightstand and lamp beside it for comfortable sleeping. Behind the bed, I am building a partial wall using quartz stairs, which creates a headboard effect while defining the sleeping area within the larger open floor plan. I am installing custom bookshelves along with an enchanting table and regular shelving units. This creates a study and enchanting area where books and magical knowledge come together. The combination of rest and study in one floor makes efficient use of space, which is a core principle of futuristic design. On On the opposite side of the second floor, I am building another partial wall with quartz stairs, and setting up armor stands a brewing stand and a cauldron filled with water. This is the equipment and preparation area where armor can be displayed and potions can be brewed. I am hanging paintings on these walls and equipping the armor stands with full sets of armor for display. On the floor, I am laying carpets made from black and red wool, which add dramatic color to the white quartz surfaces. The contrast between crisp white walls and bold red and black carpets creates a striking interior design that feels both luxurious and futuristic. On the third floor, I am creating the main living and entertainment area with a television and comfortable sofa positioned for optimal viewing. Behind the sofa, I am building a partial wall using quartz stairs to define the lounge zone. I am doing the same behind the television, creating an alcove that frames the screen. In this back area, I am placing clothing and shoe wardrobes for organized storage. On the other side of the floor, I am repeating the same wall treatment with quartz stairs and adding more storage furniture. Last minute, I have to hurry. The floor of this third level gets the same black and red wool carpet treatment as the second floor, which creates visual continuity between levels. These bold carpet colors give each floor a consistent identity, while the white quartz walls and glass maintain the futuristic aesthetic. The combination of hard, smooth architectural surfaces with soft, colorful textiles is a design technique used in real, high-end modern interiors. At the main entrance to the building, I am installing doors to complete the access system. Doors are the interface between public exterior space and private interior space. Great! My futuristic house is ready! It's time for me to show it to the guys!
Wow, JJ! You've got an incredible futuristic house. You have built a real vegetable garden on the ground floor. You have a room for guests and yourself to relax. It's such a thoughtful house.
Thank you guys! I am very glad that you liked my building. Friends, be sure to write in the comments whose building you liked the most. Well, I think it's time for us to finish.
Yes, JJ, you're right!
Subscribe and like. Bye-bye.